No, you just because you
it would sound gross, would it not?
Well, I mean, what would be wrong with that? What would be wrong with me describing knee surgery or something? You just don't like it. You just. Are you pro-abortion? Are you okay with abortion?
I've been an Episcopal for my entire life. I've been Catholic for many years.
Do you approve? Are you pro-choice? Are you okay with abortion?
It's not my body. Why should I?
Are you okay with abortion? Come on, you're a grown man. Make a decision. You know that you can. You know that it's yes or no. Are you okay with abortion?
Why would my argument be more or less?
I'm just trying to find out where you stand on the issue. I'm trying to find out so I know how to answer it. If you're pro-abortion or pro-choice. See, you just don't like. See, that's why I bring this up. That's why I read a description of because people have an abortion and the other people don't even know what happened. Even the girl, she goes in. Maybe they put her under anesthesia. Maybe they don't. But she doesn't really see what happens. And the other people, the mom told the daughter to go have an abortion because she's not ready. She's not old enough. She wants her to finish college and all. So the mom says, go have an abortion. You need to finish college and have your career. So the mom isn't thinking about what's happening to that baby inside her. People don't like that. I wish I should, if it wouldn't for the fact that my other sign would be destroyed in the first 15 minutes. I'll take that banner. I'll just hold. Never mind. If it weren't for the fact that my other abortion sign would be destroyed in the first 15 minutes I was out here, I would bring that one. It's about 4 feet tall, and all it says is the word abortion. All it says is the word abortion, and then it shows an aborted baby. And you can see all the parts. It's an aborted baby, and you see the severed head, and you can see the intestines, and you can see the baby's spine. You see the hands and the toes developed. And you know what? The only place I can hold that up without it being destroyed is at an intersection. And I hold that up at an intersection, and people still drive by and flip me off and say F you. You know what's funny is that sign doesn't actually make a statement for or against abortion. It just says the word abortion, and then it shows an aborted baby. So really, if abortion was actually okay, just a simple procedure like an appendectomy or something, then nobody would be angry at that sign. But because people have to realize that now they're forced, I'm forcing it into their eyes and into their mind what an abortion actually is, and it's a slaughtered, innocent little baby, and they can't handle it because up until that point, it was just a woman's right to choose. It's her body. It's her choice. Just a choice. Like picking an entree at Chipotle. Like picking high heel shoes at the mall. It's just a choice. Just a choice. No, it's not a choice. It's slaughtering. And when we show them that picture of that aborted baby, all of a sudden their little simple world of it's just a choice goes right out the window, and they can't handle it. And they don't know. They can't defend abortion at that point. They can't defend abortion. So when you read what the process actually is about crushing skulls and taking out little bits and pieces, and the doctor has to pull the little bits and pieces of the baby out of the woman and set them out on a tray like they're doing a jigsaw puzzle so that they know that they got all the parts on. That's how they have to do an abortion. That's how they know when they're done. How do they know when they're done? Let's put together all the little pieces on the tray like a jigsaw puzzle. Do we have all the pieces of skull? I think so, doctor. Do we have 2 arms? Yeah, there's 2 arms. Do we have 2 legs? Oh no, we only have 1 leg, doctor. Gotta grab that other leg. Let's dig around for that other leg up inside there. That's how they have to make sure. That's how you know abortion was good. That's how you know an abortion doctor is good. When you can look at the tray and that jigsaw puzzle all comes together. All the pieces of the slaughtered baby are there. Good job, Doc. you done it. Let's go have a brewski. That's what they want to do at the abortion clinic. Hey, don't forget to save the kidneys and the hearts, because that's where the real money is. The money that you pay for an abortion, that's chump change to the abortion clinic. The money you have to pay for an abortion, that's chump change. You know where they make all their money? They make sure that they pull out the little brains and the little kidneys and the little hearts and the little lungs, and they sell them off to clinics. They sell them off to medical clinics for research. That's where the big money is. And you know which kidneys and which hearts get a lot more money? The bigger ones. So hey, late-term abortion, no problem. Hey, the girl's 8.5 months pregnant, no problem. Come on in. That's some big money coming to that abortion clinic. Big money. 8.5-month pregnant girl, that's going to be some big money. There's a new Porsche in line for the abortion doctor because there's so much money he's going to make off an 8.5-month-old baby, 8.5-month-old baby's kidneys and hearts. That's big money. So let's have the later term abortion, the better for the pregnancy center. And that's what we need to. Yes, what is your question? What's that?
Who's buying it?
Who's buying it? The medical clinics, the research clinics, because they do research on them. They do research on it.
Isn't that a good thing though?
What's that?
Isn't that a good thing though?
I don't believe, if it was a stillbirth and they get it that way, but they've turned killing babies into an industry. They've turned murdering babies into an industry. It's one thing if a baby died, as a stillbirth, or the baby died shortly after birth, or had a heart problem or something. But they made an industry out of slaughtering. I think it was bad enough. I thought it was bad enough when they would just chop the baby up and then suction tube it out and then dump it down the drain or incinerate it as medical waste. That was bad enough. But now they do all that with the parts they don't need, and they take all the really good parts and they make big money out of it. So that's your abortion. And that's why I'm saying be careful who you vote for this year. Be careful, just a second. Be careful who you vote for this year. Because when they do polling and they poll all different topics, do the Democrats or do the Republicans score better on things like the border or crime or the economy or inflation? And a lot of those, maybe the Republicans do a little bit better, but it's usually pretty close, maybe even within the margin of error. The Republicans usually do pretty well on the issue of stopping crime and growing the economy. But there's one area where the Democrats kill it. There's one area where the Democrats actually wipe the floor with the Republicans. There is one category where Democrats are king of the issue. One category where the Democrats are king of the issue and they own it, and that is abortion. Every single Democrat that wins a state or federal level stance does it. They got pushed over the top. Their win was over the top of the Republican because of abortion. So let me warn you, Democrats. Let me warn all the Democrats out there. If your political party's best issue, if the one they really kill it on is slaughtering babies, you might be rooting for the wrong team. You might want to reconsider your political party. If the best thing, the thing that you guys really knock it out of the park in, and you really stock it to the Republicans in, is slaughtering babies. That's wicked. I say that's wicked.
I'm pro-choice. I'm not a Democrat, so explain that to me.
Then I would say, well, you don't have to. There are Republicans that are okay with abortion. They're wicked too. See, when you are pro-abortion, we're not pulling punches out here today. When you are for abortion, we're not pulling punches with our words out here today. When you're for abortion, you're not just making a simple decision like, do you think this many immigrants should come in or this many or whatever? That's something we can discuss. But if you're for abortion, you're not just rooting for some girl to be able to make a choice. If you're for abortion, I'm going to tell you flat out, you're evil, you're wicked, you're satanic, and God sees you as a baby killer. Romans 1:32 says, "In you, who knowing God's just judgment, that those who do such things are deserving of death, not only do you do the same, but you approve of those who do them." God's standard is so high that if you simply approve of sins that other people are committing, God will hold you accountable for that. You have hands that shed innocent blood. Proverbs chapter 6 says, yea, there are 6 things that God hates, 7 are an abomination. God was kind enough to give us a list of 6 things that he really, really hates. Proverbs chapter 6, starting in verse 16, I believe. And it says 6 things that God hates. 6 things. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that are swift to run to mischief, and a false witness who speaks lies. Those are 6 things that God really, really hates. Now the third one was hands that shed innocent blood. I don't know what better description we could possibly have for abortion than the shedding of innocent blood. Even in the case of rape and incest. And can anyone tell me, percentage-wise, even by Planned Parenthood's own numbers, what percentage of abortions are done because of rape and incest? Anybody know what percentage?
You know they don't say that, right?
It's
They don't
less
say that,
than
right?
1. Oh yeah, I think they underreport. I think they actually overreport rape because the girl wants to be a victim. Because if she's just been sleeping around, if the chick's just been sleeping around with a bunch of losers because she got drunk, she doesn't want to say that. So I think rape is over mentioned because then she can be the victim in this case. But even in the case, it's less than 1/2 of 1%. But here's a question that I have yet to have anybody actually give me an answer for. Are you willing to give me an answer to a question?
Yeah.
Even in the case of rape, what did the baby do to deserve death?
They didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. Well, thank you. That was the best answer I heard all day. That was the best answer I heard all day. She said the baby didn't do anything. Baby didn't do anything. So I say, I'm all for the death penalty for rapists. I don't have a problem with that. So if you bloodthirsty abortionists are so eager to kill something, let's kill the rapist. Let's have capital punishment for the rapist. Kill the rapist, let the baby live. Over 2 million people on the waiting list. I'll take it. Here's my vow to you. Here's my vow to you, ladies out there. I will take any baby you have decided to slaughter. Any baby that you have decided to slaughter, I am telling you right now, I will take it. I will take it. I've been a volunteer over the Pregnancy Care Center right down the street. There's so many people waiting for adoption. Maybe I'll adopt it, but I first personally make this vow to you. I will take any baby you have decided to slaughter. I'll do it. I'll even take, if you decide to slaughter maybe, one kid that you've had and just don't like that much, I'll go ahead and take it. But any girl who's deciding to slaughter her baby, I make a vow to you, I will take it. I'll take that baby, no problem at all. And it'll have a good life, I'll guarantee it. So we got to stop slaughtering babies. So, I say, it's like, we say, well, okay, the girl, maybe she got drunk and she didn't know the guy very much, and she's trying to finish college, and, a baby would just be such an inconvenience to her. And so they slaughter the baby, and that makes that girl's life a little easier. It doesn't stop the issue that she's a mother. So she was a mother before the abortion, and then after the abortion, she's just the mother of a dead baby. That's the only thing that changed. That's the only difference. So even in the case of rape or incest, let the baby live. Because like if a drunk driver, now bad things happen to innocent people. We can't deny the fact that sometimes bad things happen to innocent people. A drunk driver will plow into a minivan, a family, an innocent family in a minivan, they'll plow into it. And it always seems like the drunk driver always walks away without a scratch. And let's say a drunk driver rams into a minivan and one of the kids in the minivan gets crippled. Should we kill the crippled kid because of what the drunk driver did?
Already fucking born.
Should we?
No sense.
Should we kill the crippled kid? They're going to be an inconvenience.
It's a fucking
They're going to be an
It's already been fucking
inconvenience.
cool.
What kind of a life? What kind of a life is that crippled kid going to have? And they're going to be so expensive, and they're going to be such an inconvenience to the mom and dad. Oh man, maybe we should just let the crippled kid die. You know, maybe just not give him medical treatment. Well, that's basically what you're saying with abortion. It's the same thing. There's no difference. And what about the elderly? You know, what about the elderly? What about grandma sitting in the nursing home? You know, if you're for abortion, you should also be for knocking off grandma in the nursing home. What about, you know, Nana's in the nursing home, and she's not even, you know, she doesn't even know who we are anymore, and she's draining the family's money, and we got to take time and go see grandma. Should we bump off Nana in the nursing home? She's an inconvenience. She's expensive. Should we do that? That's the reason girls have abortions.
Actually,
That's the reason girls have abortions. Don't make it out to be. See, you guys always want to take these different scenarios where the girl's always some innocent, sweet little victim. No, when you're for the slaughter of babies, you don't get to take the moral high ground on the issue. Nobody who is okay with slaughtering babies gets to take the moral high ground on this issue. At least admit, I have more respect. I have more respect for the people who come out here and are like, yeah, you know, I've had 8 abortions and I love it and I'll have more. Hey, at least that person's honest. At least that person, I actually have more respect for that person than the person who tries to justify it. That's what I find disgusting, is people trying to justify it. So, but again, when it comes to the issue of how to vote, or when it comes to the issue of are you for abortion or against it, I think the most important thing of all is get your heart right with God. See,